You can't hear yourself or anything, right? There's no feedback?
No, I'm all set.
I'll leave it for now then.
Alright, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, we're just jumping into this really quickly here.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, it's Ostojiy. We got real players. We got
Yeah, we got serious players going on here, man. This is gonna be a match for the ages. I hope both of these teams are undefeated. So let's go ahead and why don't you introduce the players?
all right. In the southwest corner, we have our purple Zerg. He is Energy Ostojiy, and by energy I mean GoSu, because this is GoSu versus Team Legion on the ESEA. This is game 1 of match number 1. And in the top right, we have his opponent, our blue Protoss PSW cheater. Once again, by PSW, I mean Legion ChiTa.
Yep.
Man, Blizzard, they need to get that name change option going.
I heard rumors it was coming in January, man, but
Really?
I don't know.
It's coming the Heart of the Swarm. Either way, as long as it comes,
Yeah.
we're good.
Anything to start getting these player names to match their teams.
Oh, it's so frustrating. But anyway, map is Daybreak, which is it's a small map, but it's a large map. You know, in that
It has a lot of expansions.
yeah, the size of it isn't so large, but the pathway is kind of windy unless you destroy some rocks. You know.
Yeah. So we got these big destructible rocks here in the middle. So, of course, players have to take sort of the long route around.
Yeah, and because it's such a long route, we do see our Protoss player got that pylon on the low ground set up for what is almost definitely going to be a Forge expand.
Yep, he's probably going to go Nexus first here. He's all the way up to 16 supply.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think 16 might be a little late, but hey, whatever. He really doesn't have to worry about any kind of a threat from Zerg for quite some time. He's going to have no trouble getting all his defenses up in place.
Yeah, you know, unless the Zerg goes for some kind of early Roach timing, not necessarily like a Roach all-in, but even just as we saw at like MLG Providence, where Leenock completely dismantled Naniwa's Forge, or his Nexus first Forge expands.
Yeah, ever since MLG, it's been kind of the bane of my existence. Everyone's just copying Leenock's builds against me. It's frustrating to deal with.
It's effective.
It is effective. Absolutely. I mean, you know, of course, I like to see people win it in the macro game, but hey, in a tournament setting, clan war setting like this, if it wins you the game, it wins you the game. So it's definitely a good option.
Absolutely. It's like if you are Protoss and for some reason you don't wall, a Zerg would be crazy not to run Zerglings in there. Or in PvP, if you know you somehow sneak a probe into your opponent's base, you'd be crazy not to try and throw out a pylon and start warping stuff in.
That's true.
So it's like a level up. It's a little more difficult, but if your opponent goes Nexus first with you know, Forge Fast Expand, and you think you can dismantle it with roaches, there's no reason not to. But looks like Ostojiy is going to opt for the fast third route.
Yeah. Ooh, that's early, man. 4 minutes when that hatchery went down. Very fast.
4-minute hatchery.
It's like we're watching Brood War all over again.
You know, I didn't actually watch so much Brood War, but I'll take your word for it.
You know, I didn't either, but I've been taking other people's words for it, so we got a chain of blame set up now.
Alright, so it looks like Cheetah's going for that quick +1. He might try for some kind of Zealot Sentry, +1 timing, you know, take out those Zerglings. If Ostojiy doesn't throw down a Roach Warren and some gas, he might have a little bit of a hard time dealing with it, but again, this is such a long map. Not large, but long. I don't know how aggressive ChiTa thinks it's going to be.
Yeah, I think that it's going to be a major problem for ChiTa to deal with harassing Zerg effectively, given how far away it is. You know, he won't be able to do very much early game harass, and Zerg could pull way ahead in economy as a result.
Yeah, absolutely, and because the biggest thing that I'm worried about, and I've seen it in a lot of pro matches and a lot of streams, when I watch my friends play, you know, from Masters all the way up to the pros, so the Zerg goes Muta, what is the Protoss going to do? And
yep.
Ostrich's already got the Roach Warren coming up about halfway done, but that still does not rule out Muta ever. Ever. Zerg can always switch to that, late game, mid game, anytime Muta. Which,
And hey, I mean, like we're seeing in Heart of the Swarm, they're introducing a new Protoss unit just to hard counter Muta. So I'd say it's probably ChiTa's #1 concern, and he's going to have to figure something out. He's already got that Twilight Council going down, so it looks like he's going to go for Blink by default, which is, I think, really one of the best ways to deal with the early game Mutas.
Yeah, a +2 Blink Stalker build is, safe from almost anything. There isn't much that, +2 Blink Stalker doesn't counter anything, but it also doesn't really lose anything. It's a very safe opening. It gives you a lot of options, and it's very mobile. So hopefully it's just, setting up to take his third base, but we'll see.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to move out with these 6 Zealots in the meantime, try to pressure Ostijiy's third. And I think this is a good decision on his part.
Yeah, he's got the +1, it's finished. He doesn't have any proxy pylons on the map to reinforce this with. I think he's just trying to force some units. As we see, Ostrichij has 6 Roaches in production, so he's successful in doing that, but I think Ostrichij should be making those Roaches regardless. But back at home, ChiTa's actually got a Dark Shrine in production, and let's see, I don't think Ostrichij has scouted it. No, he has no idea. He's scouted about everywhere on the map except for where the Dark Shrine is working. So, is there an Evolution Chamber down? Nope. There's one Evo Chamber down. There are no Spore Crawlers. The lair is just about to finish, so this DT timing might be a little too late, but it also might just be to give him map control. If you got DTs in the map for your Zerg to really be aggressive, he has to have those Overseers.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like ChiTa's little attack there was not very successful.
No, it's not successful at all.
I think he killed 1 Roach. 1 Roach for 6 Zealots. Not a very cost-effective trade. But it looks like Ostijiy's going to go for a little bit of a counter poke. I think he probably wants to turn around as soon as he gets to the front of the base here, because he's not really going to be able to break through this. Oh, we got some DTs moving out.
Yeah, exactly. We got 4 DTs moving out. They should hopefully see those Roaches that are about to come into his front of his base, but
they're not going to turn around. That's for sure.
Either turn around or if new ones get warped in, either way should be all right. But man, this supply difference is pretty large, and I think a lot of that actually is the result of the DT tech. The DT tech is very expensive, and then even DTs themselves are very expensive compared to the amount of supply they provide. So.
Yeah.
As you can see, 3 DTs warped in, easily fends off that little Roach poke. Almost loses his Forge, which would have been not a huge deal, but pretty significant loss considering +2 is pretty close to done.
Yeah, I'm actually a little surprised. I think Ostijij could have definitely focused down that Forge because he was going to lose those Roaches anyway. So he really could have taken the Forge and sniped that upgrade.
We are horrible casters.
No.
People in a beta stream. So it looks like ChiTa actually used those DTs that he ran past the Roaches with to take out Ostijij's third.
Yep.
Which is going to set Ostijij way behind because this is about the time, but I think Ostijij would have liked to be taking his 4th base instead of rebuilding his 3rd.
That's true, but we see Ostijij's coming in with some Roaches and some Overseers now. Oh wow, ChiTa got a bunch of emergency Stalkers there, so this is not going to be a problem.
Yeah, he's got +2 Stalkers with Blink. He's got the Archons from those DTs, so he's gonna be pretty safe from any kind of Roach play. And if you really wanted to, he could Blink, pick off his Overseers, and just warp in more DTs. But man, those Overseers are fast. He's got to have that speed upgrade. Yeah, he certainly does. So as we said, ChiTa is going for that DT expand build, but these Roaches are gonna bypass everything. He goes straight for the natural. Gonna have to turn around. There's a cannon there.
They're just chasing each other around the map, man.
Yeah, Ostijij's got a lot of units, just kind of streaming in across the map, so I think he's a little bit desperate to do damage because he's worried this Put has +2 Blink, Archons. He's got a pretty scary army. What do I have? Oh crap, it's just Roaches.
Just Roaches, yeah. Archons are great against Roaches, so... Oh, yeah. Nice burrow there.
Does, ChiTa, I don't think... Yeah, he doesn't have
He doesn't have a... Oh, he does? Okay. I wasn't sure if he had it already. Oh yeah, there it is, but he does not have an observer in place. Oh.
Yeah, or in production, actually.
Oh wait, he's got one on the map now. Okay, we missed it coming out in production. It's coming to join up with his Stalkers, I think. Nope, it turned around. Man, what is he doing? His observer needs to come.
Find it, actually.
It's right here. It's like a little bit south of the Roaches.
Yep, got it. It's coming in.
Yep.
Oh yeah, so it's going to find those Roaches that are coming in to flank the Protoss army. If he can just Wow, this is actually looking like a really scary timing for Ostojiy. I think ChiTa's in a great position. He's denying this third. He's got a lot of stalkers, a lot of Archons. All he needs is like a Warp Prism or Proxy Pound to reinforce this with.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to pick off these Burrowed Roaches. Ostojiy needs to unburrow these because he's just losing them for free right now.
Yeah, and then back to ChiTa's third. He's got, there was a little Roach counterattack there. But Stalkers warped in, easily cleans it up. And I don't think there's anything that Ostojiy can do to stop this army. This is a really scary Protoss army.
I agree with you completely. I'm pretty impressed here. ChiTa managed to turn a 30 food deficit into what looks like a victory. He's just marching through, cleaning up roaches everywhere now, man.
Yeah, wow, I feel really bad for Ostojiy. I think he got thrown way off by that late DT timing. That's just really... You don't see that very often. And then ChiTa had the presence of mind to say, this isn't a DT all-in. It doesn't need to do damage. All it needs to do is allow me to take my third. But it ended up doing great damage anyway. And a pretty quick victory for ChiTa.
Yep, so there's game one, and that means ChiTa's going to lead the series 1-0. So stay tuned, and we're going to go into game number 2 as soon as one of the players invites me.